Guys, also before I forget it, if you're here in Pozo, you want some coaching, some tutorials or some clinics, don't hesitate to write me over Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, contact me somehow or just ask me in the beach. We're doing some private coaching, some clinics here in Pozo. We've got the BB talking, so we're set up completely. We can do some clinics filming on the beach or getting out on the water, okay? So whatever you need, just let me know and we can have a chat and I can see how I can help you to improve your wave sailing faster. What's up guys, welcome back to a new episode. Today we're gonna try out some new boards. Well, it's not new boards, it's my old boards in the garage. I've got the 77 Nano, which is the board I used in the last couple of years. Actually this one, I got it from Dieter, so thanks a lot Dieter. Then we're gonna try the 73 Nuevo, which is the board I used to ride for the last probably 10 years. But I set it up as a quad, so it's 2 extra fin boxes I put in myself to get a little bit more drive. I enjoyed this board over the last 10 years really. I haven't used it in the last 2 years, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And then I've got another board, this one. It's a custom carbon art I bought off Omar a couple of years back. I actually only used it once or twice. It's a tri-fin setup, 16 in the back and 11 in the front. So I don't know, I will try to use all of them. We're gonna go back to the rock like in the last episode. It was firing. Right now it looks even bigger waves. The wind is a bit gusty, but it looks super fun to try out some boards and see how they perform in the wave riding and what I prefer. Yeah, so basically just a little resume. It's going to be the board I'm using most of the time, the board I haven't used in the last 2 years, but before that, the last 10 years, I did all my competitions, all my travels, always on this. And then a custom board I used 2 or 3 times that I fell in love and haven't really used. I don't know why. I'll see how it goes. It's around 45 knots, gusting up to 50. Like logo high waves, and we're gonna try out with the 3.7. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah. I just gotta go hard. Yeah, oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something, my focus is A1. Every dog has his day, it's been mine since day 1. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding, and I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. They ain't coming close to me. Flow is on atomic, I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we ballin' out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring, don't try us. Ain't no in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice. Yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting my feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every debt. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
So yeah, as you could see in this third episode, we were sailing again at the rock, pretty epic conditions. The waves were a bit mushy, they were quite big, but some mushy waves coming through. We wanted to try out 3 different boards. At the end it was 4 because my good friend Danny, who's riding for Pablo Killerfish, the custom board brand from Pozo, he was just out at the boat ramp at the beach, and he just asked me, you want to try out the board? So I just gave it a try. First up, we had the Severn Nuevo, the Severn Nano, getting it up. It's the board I've been using mostly the last 2.5, 3 years when I was still on Severn. I really enjoy it. It's a really good overall board. It's really good for wave riding. Maybe for really windy straight line sailing and going fast and jumping, it's not the ideal board because it's a bit nervous, especially how I set it up with the mast foot a bit further back, so it's easier to go really vertical and do some really tight turns. It's a bit not super, let's say, super fast and sticky to the water. It's a bit more nervous and really good to turns and stuff. I really enjoy the board for everything, for the tricks. It's really good when you don't land the trick perfectly, it just keeps on with the drive and continues, and at the end you land the move. I've set it up a bit different. I have a bit bigger fins now. I have 14 in the back and 11 in the front. I used to be on 10 or 9 in the front. And it just gives me that ability to, when I land at 360 or if I land a goiter or something, and you land really flat, normally you tend to have a spin out straight away. And like this, I land and I have the drive to continue straight into the next move. So yeah, I think it's the board I've been performing the best, especially on this video. I had the best waves on it. Also the tide was a bit lower, so the waves were a bit more punchy and better. But overall, I think it's my favorite board. Then afterwards I was out on the Nuevo, which is the board I've been using literally for the last 2.5 years. I haven't been using it, but before the 10 years before, I've been using it already when I was on Starboard. 2014 I think was the first time I was riding it. And overall it's an amazing board for wave riding. But I had it set up from in the past, so my foot straps position was too close together. So they were too close and I'm not really comfortable. I've been widening my stance more and more over the years. So I want to do that again on the board to try it out. Also the foot pads are really thick on this board, so it feels really soft, the board, but it's just the feeling. It was maybe not the best day to try out the boards because it was super windy. Guys were on 3.0, 3.3, I was on the 3.7 fully maxed. It's super easy to wave ride on this board. As a little summary, it's super easy to go from rail to rail. Actually, it's not the setup I have. It's not the original setup because I put it as a quad instead of a twin. So I get that extra bit more drive. Also going straight line, it's not the most controllable board. Again, I'm looking for something that's really good in wave riding, so normally you lose a bit of control in the straight line, especially in the strong winds. But yeah, I had some good waves. I want to try it out again, some lighter conditions, something a bit different. From that one we were moving on to I believe it was the Killerfish board. Actually my first custom I ever had was from Pablo and it was really good. I haven't really tried out any boards since, but this board I rode from Danny was like around 78 liters. It was really nice in the straight line. It was super sticky, not sticky, but like it would just kept its line. It was super windy and it would just fly. Really nice, super controllable. In the wave riding I was struggling a bit, but just because the tide went higher and higher and there were less really bowls. I had one little bowl that I could do a really nice turn, like really vertical, and release the fins and everything. I want to have it go in some better waves, like more punchy waves and maybe a bit less wind. So it felt really nice. It had moments where it felt really nice, but then I had some turns where I just absolutely cooked it. But I think I'm just not used to that board. And from that on, we were moving over to a Carbon Arc custom painted as a Severn. I bought that board off Omar a couple of years back and had 2 or 3 really good sessions on it. But I just left it in the garage, haven't used it really much, and I didn't really get into rhythm, to be honest. I was sailing on it and I sailed pretty bad on it. Also the tide, as I told you, went higher and higher, so the waves got even less bowly to say like this. And I don't know, I didn't really feel comfortable on the board. The pads were a bit slippery, I didn't have the best wave, so if I would need to rate the boards, it would be in the first position definitely the Nano, the 77, and then kind of the Nuevo because I got used to it, then the Killerfish, then the Carbon Art. But I think especially the Killerfish board has a lot of potential if I use it a bit more. And it felt so easy to just keep your line and sail super fast on it. So yeah, I hope you like this video. It's a lot of talking, maybe not so much action, so you just can skip to the action if you don't want to hear me talking. As I told you, I want to get an editor. I want to improve those videos, get better videos, especially more behind the scenes, more everything. There will be a spot guide dropping, not soon, I still need to work on it, of Gran Canaria, about Pozo, Vargas, all the spots around it, and some how-tos, how to enter the water, how to pass white water, how to do all the wave moves, how to not end up on the bunker. If you end up on the bunker, what to do, etc., etc. So just leave a comment about what you want to see on the spot guide or on the tutorial base, and I try to do that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys on the water.